Eva Mata Chapita Tvameva Tvameva Bandhuscha Sakha Tvameva Tvameva Vidya Dravinam Tvameva Tvameva Sarvam Mama Deva Deva. Thou my mother, thou my father, thou art my friend and companion. Thou my loving, thou my gaining, thou art everything, O my Lord of Lords. Om peace, peace, peace. So we are three verses we are reading, verse number 38, 39, and 40 together, where we are reading that this bhakti, we are reading this supreme love, the love for God, love for seeing Him, and the supreme love, that love which transcends all duality, which takes us to the realm of the absolute joy. Huh? So how can it be achieved? There are many ways. So in 30 earlier verses said that yes, you'll have to give up your sense objects, attachment to the sense objects, and you have to repeat the holy name continuously, some say. Some say that that continuous remembrance of the holy name of God is to be continued even when you are just in the day-to-day mundane work. During the period of your mundane work, you will have to continue that. And then came, but mainly it comes in one's life, Makkatastu Mahat Kripayo, by the grace of holy people. And that holy grace is as equal to the grace, God's grace. It is equal to God's grace, as it were. Holy company you got, you got your grace. That means you got your Guru's grace, then you got God's grace. And but 38 verses that you remember this holy company or Sadguru is very difficult, durlabh, to have in life, because to recognize them is difficulty and to have a connection with them is difficulty. We may be living in a period when there may be realized souls around, but we have no opportunity. Many people do not know even, and even they know, they have an attraction for that. So that's why it is agamma, durlava. Durlava means it is it is rare to have it, and if you get it, it is agamma. Even you cannot penetrate the depth of that holy sangha, and it is amogha. It is bound to act in proper way. That means this, that their sangha, their holiness, their touch will give you freedom. এবং how did you get it? Verse number 40 says, Labhate api tat kripaiva. To get a holy company, you can get it only by Bhagavat Kripa, by God's grace. Unless God's grace is there, we cannot reach the holy person in life. Even we be around us, but we will not know them, know their understand their glory. So these are all God's grace. And if you get it, then result is inevitable. Then you will actually attain the goal of life. So we are reading that, and we are on the Narada's way of life, love, on the page number 92. We read up to this. And the Swami Prabhupada was, while translating this, he was talking about from the perspective of Hindu perspective and the Christian perspective, like that. How this is the same idea given in all the religion, which thinks about realization. So here, Swami Prabhupada has mentioned holy person is who? Guru is the holy person. So Guru's grace and who is Guru? That's all those things are discussion, not necessary here. But by the grace of holy person, change comes in life. So he referred the other day, Ralph Waldo Emerson in his essay Use of Great Men, page 92 of this book. He quotes, speaks that it costs a beautiful person no exertion to paint her image on our eyes. It costs no more for the wise soul to convey his quality to other men. With the great, with the great, our thoughts and manners become equally great. With the great, our thoughts and manner become equally great. There needs but one wise man in a company, and all are wise. So rapid is the contagion. That means we're saying if you keep in company of a holy, your thoughts will be holy. And great people you associate, your thoughts will be great thought. You live with people of mean thinking, your mind will be down to the thoughts of the lower thoughts. Association, that's why it's called association. A person is known by the association he keeps. Suppose you can see when Swami Vivekananda came, he's walking, he's talking, he's just chit-chatting, and people feel elevated because in the presence of them, their thoughts are uplifted. So it says that there needs but one wise man in a company. If there in a wise person is in one company, then one person, all are wise. They become all wise. So rapid is the contagion. It's a contagious disease, no? One spreads to the other. So the spirituality, the grace, the holiness, the lofty thoughts, it is like contagion. This is like a contagious disease. It uplifts the other mind who are associated.
Are you on 40? Through the grace of God alone and inspired of the grace of a great soul. Are we there? Which page number?
92, I told you.
My 92.
Yeah.
92,
92 bottom.
My page is not exactly your page.
Yeah, 92 bottom. Go to
91, I think.
92 bottom to 2, 3.
Okay.
Verse, I think,
First, second or third verse. Third, just from bottom, look at that. 1, 2, 3. Up, go the third one. Great men are collyrium to clear one's eyes of egotism. This is the key to the power of great men. Their spirit diffuses itself. So it is quoted from Ralph Waldo Emerson. So therefore, it is appreciated that you will keep holy association up, live with people who have some lofty thoughts, and then your mind will be lofty. Now, paragraph starts 92. I have already quoted Vivekananda on the need for a guru, but it is worth repeating. What is that? Quote, to take refuge in some soul who has already broken his bondage, and in time he will free you through his grace. So take refuge in one who has broken the bondage of life, has crossed the ignorance. Live with them, and in time, by his grace, he will free you from bondage. Quote ends. Next para. Through the grace of the Guru, which is the same as grace of God, Guru's grace and God's grace are same, an aspirant attains supreme love and union with Brahman. Page 93. It is said that if a man receives his grace, the effect is infallible. It is said that if you get a Guru's grace, holy people's grace, it will work. If you are very receptive, it will work immediately. Some medicine we take, no? If we take some medicine, if you are very susceptible, it may act immediately. But some are not. It may take 1 hour, it may take 5 hours, it may take a 1 day. I took it, but I don't feel anything. My headache not going away. But some medicines are there, you take it and immediately it will get. So depending on the health condition. So similarly in the condition of spiritual health, the effect of Holy Company will be now itself, or if it does not work now, it will work. You have to wait for time. So it is said within quote, if a man receives his grace, the effect is infallible. In the Mahanarayan Tantra, we read, the moment a disciple receives initiation, with mantra, the sacred name of God, from the Guru, he becomes united with Brahman. Like Ramakrishna. Extraordinary people are there who are so receptive. For them it works instantly. He went to Tutapuri, and Tutapuri, he taught him Tattvamasi, thou art that. Only once. We are talking how many times in our life? How many thousand times at least? Or maybe more. But it is a word. Thou art that. But for Ramakrishna, boom, he went into Samadhi. Huh? Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Sri Chaitanya. Huh? So when they are ready, such student, it will have immediate action. But for us, we are listening 20 years, 30 years, 40 years. Okay, it's a word, good word, thou art that, okay. But it does not resonate. If you are ready, it says one time you hear that, your heart will resonate with that higher thought, higher feeling. So, but it will work. Not to be disappointed, but we have to be prepared. We have to prepare ourselves. Mahanarayan Tantra says, we read, the moment a disciple receives initiation with the mantra, the sacred name of God, from the Guru, he becomes united with Brahman. We know the ends. We know either historically or traditionally how divine incarnation like Krishna, Christ, Buddha, they transformed sinners into saints. In case of Sri Ramakrishna, we know how he transformed drunkards and prostitutes into saints. I have had the blessed fortune to meet one such soul who is Girish Ghosh. In his presence, one could feel the holiness. See, Swami Prabhupada is saying that he has seen Girish Ghosh. So he says that I have seen such a person who was of the character like Girish, totally transformed. And he becomes such a transformed person that in his presence anyone can feel the holiness palpable. So how it possible? So that is the glory of holiness. Also, we have witnessed Holy Mother. This Prabhupada Swami says that I have seen Holy Mother. Swamis Vivekananda, Brahmananda, Premananda, and others transform the lives of sinners. He's saying how in Holy Mother's life we find how many people are transformed. How in Swami Vivekananda transformed how many people. Swami Brahmananda. Premananda is to say that in the Premananda, such a person his very bone was pure. So such personality. If one gets that to personality, they will be in their life. That's why we see many monks who had a contact with Premananda or Brahmananda. Later on, you see, they are a transformed person.
Maybe which one is more important, that person's receptivity of the strength of holiness of the person?
Holiness is there, you can catch it. If you are pure, then it will catch it and it will act on you also. Suppose one meal is prepared and you go to that near that meal, plenty of food, you can eat, start eating. But if the meal is prepared and you are around that meal area and it is free offering, anyone can go and get the grace of them. But wait, but I don't take the grace. The food I don't take. I have no appetite. So that's the student's receptivity, which the Yoga Vasishta we read. The Guru's grace is important, but students' receptivity is more important, because if I don't have the appetite, spiritual appetite. So that if that appetite, it will work. Instantly it will work.
And
Yeah.
somebody said that holiness is caught,
Ah,
not taught.
right. Holiness is caught.
Like it's contagious.
Yeah, right.
Because they caught and not taught.
Ah, yeah.
Who said that?
So yeah. So Swami Premananda and others, he said that we have witnessed. Now we read the books. Say Mahapurush Maharaj is that. Afterwards, long past, a person may have seen him after 30 years past. When they're dying, see the transformation. Maybe after 5 years, some people's life we find that how the spirituality is growing more palpably. So it depends how one is ready. The same seed, suppose you get same beautiful, nice seeds from a very beautiful type of fruits or something, and you just spread it. But it depends on, you see, in the ground. The same you have thrown somewhere little rock, somewhere little very ground is very ready with fertilizer, water, and everything, sunlight. You see that some does not get sunlight, so they don't grow. Their very growth is stunted, and another is going up. No, so Guru's grace, that is the seed is there, ground ready. The person who is there, which ground here? Mind. Our ground is our mind, our emotions, our ego, our sense attachment, all these things. If they are pure, then the spiritual tree will grow fast.
Shakespeare in one of his plays said, readiness is all.
Readiness
One of
is all.
his plays. I don't know which one. Readiness is all.
Readiness is all. So, and they became holy men and women. That the effect of this grace from a guru is infallible was confirmed by my master, Brahmananda, when talking to one of his disciples. So Maharaj, means Swami Brahmananda, said to the disciple, quote, "What is to happen to you after death? What is to happen to you after death, I have already provided for." Meaning that at least at the moment of death, the disciple would realize God and go to Him, set free from the bondage of birth and death and rebirth. But if you want to realize the bliss of liberation while living, then you must struggle and Guru, when Sadguru gives us mantra, they are so pure that we may not feel. Everyone is different. She said, if you have not felt it now, I have given it. When your body will drop, that realization will come. But if you want to enjoy now, what is spiritual life? Now do intense spiritual practice. And then this mantra, you will be able to understand its joy, its glory, its purity, how it becomes making you more peaceful and fully absorbed. So it is like a train. You have a ticket, good idea. You're sure to reach your destination asleep or awake. If you are in a train, what will happen? Train will take you to that destination. Suppose if you are awake, then you can see through the window what beautiful places it is going one after another. You can enjoy the scene. No? And if you are sleeping, you sleep and you reach the same goal. To enjoy now this life, you do spiritual practice. So it is like getting into a train. You are sure to reach your destination, asleep or awake. But keep awake, and enjoy the scenery on the way. So, when you are moving, you want to see how spiritual life growth unfolds you, how in every odd situation you can see the mother's grace, you can feel God's grace, you can feel that grace is somewhere and I am somewhere. But with the spiritual practice, when it mantra and other things will be fructifying, and as a result, you will feel the presence of God, you will feel the bliss. Even in utmost disaster, you will, your inner heart will be very joyful. So this is it is the bhakti generated in you. So you want to do it now? To do practice. If you don't want, Maharaj said, I have given you mantra. At the point of death, you will reach the destination. That's why many of our Ramakrishna devotees, the gurus have told them, don't worry, I have taken your responsibility. And they, at the point of death, really they feel, they say even, oh, give seats. The Holy Mother has come, Ramakrishna has come, give them some seats. You don't see? Ha. Swami Brahmananda himself. Oh, you don't see? My Krishna standing in the dancing in the lotus of Vishwasir Bhattapatra, dancing on the low on the
It's
uh,
two things. So he is saying Krishna, and then also he is saying that he is flowing.
flowing in the chair. So those experiences he's seeing, but others you couldn't see. Ha, my beloved Krishna.
Put my anklets.
Put my anklets. I want to dance with my Krishna. See, so it is he himself is many other devotees also. At the point of death. So, but the whole life they have enjoyed God's bliss. Now going to samadhi, now in in intoxicated mood, now in a lower level even they are playing with things. That day we read that Swami Mahapurush Maharaj used to keep certain playful things on his bed on one side. And why a Brahmagyan is keeping such things? To keep the mind down. He used to keep some books with different photographs, like child photos. Children gets enjoyed this photo. To keep the mind down. Otherwise, mind is shooting up all the time. So that they are the greatest example. But what their disciples also. I know of Swami Suddhatmananda. He was the head of Sarvadapit. He was a very active person. In Madras, he was very active, and wherever he went. At last time, he became really crippled, and he was moved to Benares. And apparently, he was not found to meditate much in his whole life. He was a very active person. But at the point of death, what a relation he expressed, and he passed away. Mahapurush Maharaj's disciple. So the association of the holy will work because they are all extraordinary gurus, so that they say it is settled for you. But if you want to enjoy, work hard and enjoy it. Enjoy the bliss of holiness. So it is like a train journey. But keep awake and enjoy the scenery on the way. No? The same disciple at one time asked the permission of Maharaj to live in a solitude and practice austerities. One Swami wanted to ask Swami Brahmananda, say, Maharaj, I want to go to solitude and I want to do austerities. Maharaj said, why do you have to practice austerities? We have done all that for you. They said that we have done for you only. For us, we don't need anything. They are nitya siddha, they are eternally free. So we have done for you. And Maharaj asked this disciple to love him. He said, only love your the disciple. He is told to love Maharaj, Swami Brahmananda. On 3 occasions, he asked him the same to him, simply to love him. To love the Guru is to love God The mind thinking of the Guru automatically begins to think of the chosen ideal of God. That's why it's said Guru and God are same. So when you think of Guru not as a man or a woman, but as the representative of God, so that connects you with God. So Guru and God are same in that aspect. And if one loves, why they love the Guru? Of course, there is a danger. Loving your Guru, you get attached. That is bad. But if you love as God's grace, Guru in our initiation time, that's why our Swamis used to say that when you think of your Guru, which murti of your Guru you will think? You will think of when he was giving you the mantra. Yeah, that Guru, when the mantra is coming, God's grace is coming to you. So that Guru Murti only you think.
But and also that the Swamiji and Shodananda Swami, he asked that he was their guru. He said that guru, by chance I am fallen from the ideal. Will you still love me? Yeah. He said that no, I love you for your ideal. If you don't have the ideal, then I don't love.
Yeah. So this is to be thought that Guru is God, but Guru is which Guru? That Guru who gives us the mantra, redeems us from shows us the way to reach infinity. So that form. So to love Guru is to love God. The mind thinking of the Guru, what will happen? Automatically begins to think of the chosen ideal. As already stated, the Guru gives divine sight to his disciple. In the presence of our Master Maharaj, we all felt how simple and easy it was to realize God. Now we think how to realize God, when shall it happen? Because they lived with Swami Brahmananda, they said that how simple was this God realization. He is seeing before him a person totally absorbed in God. And your mood is also getting uplifted. The Guru makes the disciple realize the truth that God is his very own, that he is nearer than the nearest, ever present within as the inner. God is always here. That is the Guru teaches. That means Guru's grace, if you want to understand, you have to feel that the message, what he's giving. Try to think of God always here. That is your Guru Seva. Service to Guru does not mean always go to Guru and rub his feet. Better you take the ideal to that ideal. Meditate on God. Guru asks us always. Think of God, repeat the holy name, and just dive into that. So practice that. Antarjamin. Now, a pertinent question comes. Among the disciples of great souls, here are some who seem to go astray and become subject to lust and greed. Such instances are even to be found among the disciples of divine incarnations. Also, it is found that some who have even had God vision seems to become worldly minded afterwards. How is this possible? Someone may put question. In examples are found in the society that people attaining to that, even their outward behavior sometimes does not have changed much. It should change those who are practicing. Understand? If one practices, then his character is changing every day. And we want that character to change every day. To enjoy your spiritual life, you change from a sinner to saint. It changes every day, little by little, little by little. That means our negativity to positivity. But there are found in the example, we hear many people, many great holy people, and in their character and life, it is very not respectable. Something happens like that. So that question, what about that? They are also gurus. If they do like that, what? And our scripture also, Vishwamitra. Then who is that? Angry? Durvasa. These are the names of sages. They were great realized soul. But they are angry all the time. and cursing this person, cursing that person. Huh? What kind of person is this? The answer to this is what the of the karma. The effects of the deeds of a past life, the tendencies which need to be worked out. Such people do not completely forget their past association or their past knowledge. They are reborn and with redoubled energy they gain self control and devote themselves to God. What they say, we are all driven by our what? Prarabdha karma. We know prarabdha karma means what? That karma which initiated this life. And the trajectory is set. Understand? Because the trajectory is already set, will go this way. People call astronomy, those who like astrology, oh, this planet, because of this planet, or because of that, this is happening, this is happening, this is happening. Nothing can be done. That means a trajectory has been set. And you cannot change the trajectory. I give the normal example. You take a stone and throw it. When you throw it, before throwing, you can decide whether I shall throw on the east side or west side or north side or south side or up or below or which side. But after you throw it, you have put the momentum and the angle. So it is going in the same way, no? When it is going, in between you cannot change. That's why the person cannot change the apparent outward behavior. But inner life, they have become, that's why spirituality is the inner transformation mode. And those who are regular practice, we emphasize regular practice. Why? Regular practice will change your whole external behavior also. Your behavior will be sweeter, softer, loving, empathetic, sympathetic, holier. It will change, transform and transform. But those who don't do, their behavior will remain the same rough behavior. That's why even for the name of some incarnations also, they say those who have practiced spiritual discipline, look at their life. They are so deep and they really bring peace to all. But those people even God, but their actions are sometimes not. That because of the prarabdha karma. 3 types of karma. This prarabdha. I am driven by my karma. You are driven by your own karma. Everyone is driven by their own karma, which is past life when this life's plan was made. So the answer is to this that what the Hindus call prarabdha karma, the effects of the deeds of the past life, what you did in the past life, that past life's impetus, the tendencies which need to be worked out. Such people do not completely forget their past association. That's why past association is bringing always some sort of thinking and their past knowledge also. So that's why they are reborn. Maybe in this life they could not finish it, little left out. That's why you find after people leading a very bohemian life, and suddenly a transformation comes. And as you go, Girish goes, suppose. Thakur came, Ramakrishna came in his life, true. Everyone is not like Girish. His character was so different, and in this life, intense spirituality get manifested. Or some people will find that prarabdha karma is over, and when he's reborn again, he starts the journey, here, meditation, prayer, intense. Among our sadhus we know, many are born with the innate quality of meditation, prayer, detachment, so intense, which we suppose someone is joining here after 23, 24 years, or 25 years, 30 years, no? And someone from the very birth in the family, the child is from the very childhood, they're introspective, they're sitting, they're Ramakrishna's life you did. He was introspective all the time and sitting in some corner and meditative. So these are the Swamiji, all the direct disciples we read, they are very special. Holy, the Joginma, Golabma, their life also, Gaurima, their life we find And so it is men, women is not the question. They are prarabdha karma when worked out. Sri Ramakrishna said to one of his disciples, who are one time become troubled in his conscience, quote, "You have the grace of your Guru. Why should you fear? Take courage. He who has the grace of Guru cannot be drowned in the ocean of worldliness. Even though storms of things may arise, the Guru will lift him up." So this is Swami Brahmananda told that Ramakrishna said to, Sri Ramakrishna said, Sri Ramakrishna is Guru, so no worry. Whatever you do, Sri Ramakrishna means one touch and done. According to the theologians of Christendom, who betrayed Jesus is supposed to have the grace of Christ. But the Hindus do not believe it to be so. The Hindus believe that Judas also was lifted up to the Father in heaven because he had the grace of his Guru Christ, an incarnation of God. In the play of this life, everyone has to take a role. So Judas took the role to betray Christ. No? It has to happen. So he played that role. But because he got the grace of Christ, he was lifted. He cannot be drowned. However, all these instances of disciples who go astray are examples to teach us to be on our guard and to be alert throughout our lives. We should not take them as example and follow their path. But these examples are good because you know it has been given for us to follow the carefully. Oh my God, if such great soul, they forget their spirituality, then how much we should be careful about. Yeah, we are ordinary people, our little petty attractions and things are there for the worldliness. So we should be much more careful. So they also, this is another meaning why great people getting initiated or mantra from their good, spiritually uplifted guru show such misbehavior for the society. It is to guard you. Always you have to say, oh, if he, being Ramakrishna's disciple, came in touch with Ramakrishna and could not keep that spirit high, so I am an ordinary guy. How much careful I should be to maintain my spiritual growth, to follow and prayerful, how much guarded we should be. Let us remember the Lord's Prayer. Lead us not into temptation. And Sri Ramakrishna's prayer, O Mother Divine, may we not be bewildered by your world bewitching Maya. So we should pray to God every day that, Lord, O Lord, lead us not into temptation. As Christian prayer. Then Ramakrishna taught us to pray, what? O Mother Divine, may we not be bewildered by your world bewitching Maya. So always pray, always be guarded. Oh Ma, don't protect me from these attractions and falls. It is said in the Chandi, a sacred scripture of the Hindus, that even the gods prayed to Divine Mother. What they prayed? Quote, that we are reading every morning, almost alternate morning, Chandi. They quote, what in prayer? The whole world, O Mother, is bewitched by you. It is only by pleasing you that anyone can escape from the misery of bondage, of birth and death, and of the pairs of opposites, realizing the truth of God. So they are praying, O Divine Mother, you are the giver of liberation and freedom. Therefore, it is your Maya is always deluding everyone. Therefore, it is only by pleasing you that anyone can escape. So be propitious to me. Be pleased to me. The misery of bondage and birth and death and of the pairs of opposite, realizing the truth of God. Quote ends. What are the temptations into which God may lead us? What is the world-reaching Maya of Divine Mother? It is God's creation through His power, the Divine Mother. The outgoing senses seek to enjoy the pleasure of this created world, forgetting that God, the source of freedom and bliss, is within each of us. He is telling why we are getting distracted. Because God has created this whole universe and not looking here, God Himself. I am trying to see the product, His production, and getting attracted to this object, to that object, to that object. And that is our bondage. So we are praying, oh Ma, don't delude us. As we say, the baby is always given to play with the toys. Toys are made by mother or purchased or collected, whatever. And mother wants that this child should play. That's why always they bring one item after another item. Now, we as a child are deluded by the toys in the world. How many toys are there? Bala avastha khela guai turuna bhaj bhai rasokare vriddha vayu kapone ghera kya maskare. What a funny thing. God creates us so much toys around us. When you are a child, balos, khela golai, you now play with toys and this and that. No, in the early days, probably many of our sisters or mothers they used to play with a toy, and toys today has temperature. So the girl could not eat because my baby is having temperature. The toy has become a living person for them. And that is serious. To the child, it is serious. That seriousness is going always gradually changing the toys only. Then it goes to the friend to the son, daughter, this, that. It goes on. One thing goes, another thing comes, another thing goes, another thing comes. We are attached to one thing or the other. And who is supplying? His mother is supplying. Only saying that, hey, you are happy with that? Go. And when you say, no, I don't want anymore, then come here. So that is the meditation and prayer are all to see God. So God's creation, Ramakrishna said in one place, we are attached to the God's creation, but not to God. That's why he used to say, why you people praise so much God, oh Lord, you are so beautiful, you have created the sun, you have created the moon. Ramakrishna said, why are you talking like that? You have created food for us. But why? He is our father. Who will create food for us? It is the responsibility of the father to feed us. That means go to God. But we are deluded with his glory, with his expression of beauty in the material world. Now, what are the temptations into which God may lead us? What is the world-reaching Maya of the Divine Mother? It is God's creation. This creation, what we see, the sky, the sun, the moon, the beauty of the place, human being, on garden, flower, fruit, animal, everything attracts our attention. It is God's creation through His power. God has created through His own power. The Divine Mother. That power is called Divine Mother. The outgoing senses seek to enjoy the pleasures of this created world. Our mind wants to enjoy. So it cannot enjoy here, it goes there. And whatever it gets, it enjoys those things. But they forgetting that God, the source of freedom and bliss, is always within us. Now, let us consider the first part of the aphorism 39. It is hard to obtain the grace of great soul because it is hard to recognize such a one. What does it mean? He is explaining. Jesus points out clearly why it is hard to recognize a great soul. From what says Jesus said, John came neither eating nor drinking. John came neither eating nor drinking, and they say he hath a devil. The Son of Man, S and M capital, came eating and drinking, and they say, behold a man gluttonous and a wine bibber, a friend of publicans and sinners. My master used to say, I do not get it. What does it say? John came neither eating nor drinking. Why it is? He says that when John, I think he's talking about John the Baptist.
Yes.
John the Baptist, they were not recognized by others. John came neither eating nor drinking. He was fasting. And they say he hath a devil. Because he is fasting, he is pure. The Son of Man, when Christ came eating and drinking. That means he is full, he is happy, he is peaceful, he is the source of joy. They say, behold, a man gluttonous, here is looking at the Christ, and a wine bibber, a friend of publicans and sinners. He is the friend, Jesus is the friend of the sinners and publicans. To redeem them, he has come. My master used to say, how many are ready? That is the point. How many people are ready? Yes, many people come to us. We have treasures to offer them, but they only want potatoes, onions, and eggplants. No? People come to holy man and they start talking about politics. They talk about what is going on in the share market. Huh? So what will get out of that? That's why Sri Ramakrishna in Brahmananda Maharaj says, how many are ready? Many people come to us. We have such treasures to offer them, but they only want mundane things, potatoes. Some say, cure my disease. Maximum. Oh, my this difficulty in the family, that relationship problem, this, that. And people live there. No, ask for freedom, eternal freedom. Ask for love for God. That few people can do. Ramakrishna used to cry, oh mother, oh child, oh ye who are there, come, come. I am getting burnt in the meeting with the people, talking about mundane things day and night. So there is this need of the people, genuine people. See, to cry Ramakrishna, how many people came? How many hundreds of people came? But few are the ready people. Vivekananda, Brahmananda, this in the inner circle, and also some Master Messiah and others, some circle. In other words, one has to be thirsty to appreciate a cool drink. Seek, and ye shall find. Seek ye first the kingdom of God. In the Katha Upanishad we read, quote, to many it is not given to hear of the self. Many, though they hear it, do not understand it. Wonderful is he who speaks of it. Intelligent is he who learns of it. Blessed is he who, taught by a good teacher, is able to understand it. Huh? Shobanayapi bahuvirijo nalabho Srinnantopi bahavoja viddu. So talking about God, to many it is not given to hear. They will not come. They will not listen. They will be busy with other things. So this opportunity is being there, they will not be able to take. That's one category. Then said many, though they hear of it, do not understand it. What is God? What is realization? What is spiritual life? They have no idea about that. Wonderful is he who speaks of it. And intelligent is that person who learn it. Blessed is who taught by good teacher is able to understand it. That means they are the greatest people. He had the opportunity to go to a holy person. Holy person says something to them, and he works on that and understands that. So that is the beauty. Another verse has been quoted from Kathopanishad.
So it is like that you talked about three intellect, like the stone like, rubber like.
Yeah, their understanding is stone like, or it is like a rubber like, or like that. Meaning that our brain, if it is stone like buddhi, any thought given, it does not penetrate there. It falls. It rebounds. It does not go even to the ear. When I'm hearing something, my mind is thinking something. It is not entering inside. Second is that point, rubber like, you put it, it stays, sticks. But as soon as you stretch it, it falls down. It has no impact. Just little this and little gone. Then it becomes ultimately skin like, and skin you can push it, it can hold on for some time. Even that is not permanent. And then water. Water person, you put one drop of something, it mixes with the water. So absorb. So these are the things when a mind, whose mind is ready. So in the Kathopanishad, another verse has been quoted. We read, the truth of the self cannot be fully understood when taught by an ignorant man. If the teacher is fool, he does not understand and he gives the teaching, then that will not work. Subtler than the subtlest is the self and beyond logic. Taught by a teacher who knows the self of Brahman as one, a man leaves vain theory behind and attains to truth. That means teacher should be intelligent, teacher should be a person of knowledge, student should be also intelligent, he also seeks for it, he is ready for that, and these two combination comes, then perfect result of God realization will happen. We read in the Gospel, according to Saint Matthew, what? Quote, and he, means Jesus, told them many things in parables, saying, what he said? Quote, a sower went out to sow, and as he sowed, some seeds fell along the path, and the birds came and devoured them. Other seeds fell on the rocky ground, where they had no much soil, and immediately they sprung up. Other seeds fell on the rocky ground, where they had no much soil, and immediately they sprung up, since they had no depth of soil. But when the sun rose, they were scorched, and since they had no root, they withered away. Other seeds fell upon the thorns, and the thorns grew upon and choked them. Other seed fell on good soil and brought forth grain, some 100-fold, some 60, some 30. He who has ears, let him hear. Beautiful example. Someone is going to sow with the seeds, and when they are taking, it fell down into some thorny area, some on the stone, and then little into the ground, well cultivated, ready with fertilizer, with mine, earth is tilted, watered, and then that's why we see in villages when they farmers they do something, they prepare the ground. And Ramakrishna gave the example. Earlier days they used to depend on the rain. When the rain will come, they do not know. That's why the Ramakrishna talked about the farmers who are traditional farmers. They don't wait whether the rain will come or there is prediction. No, they keep the ground ready. As soon as the rain comes, and next day they start throwing the seeds. But the seeds cannot mature unless the ground is ready. So the mind, intellect, our understanding, everything should be receptive to God. If that is made, result comes, sprouts come, and the spiritual plant grows quickly. So again, we find Jesus saying, "Neither cast ye your pearls before the swine." So your mantra is given. Don't give mantra to people who have no inclination for that. They don't utilize it. They take it as a prestige. Now, some people also, we can understand that. Now, uh, sometimes it happens that any big people are, or what you call, respectful people are doing something. Ordinary people think, if I do, people will also praise me. In the hope of praise. So at some time we found that in our Calcutta there was a culture. Anyone going to Institute of Culture, oh, there is a prestige. I go to culture. I listen to Swami Lokesharananda Swami. So that gives you a prestige in the society. But they don't go for all these things only to get a social status and prestige. So it happened many people. So they don't get, they got the same thing happen. They listened to that holy man, they lived, they spent the hour, but the result didn't come. But those who are really ready, they can get the benefit. So therefore, if you throw even to anyone and everyone, result will not be so. So we are almost come. As Shankara very truly points out, what? Page number 97 top. Only quote, only through God's grace may we obtain those three rarest advantages. What are the three things? Manushyatam, Mokshatam, Mahapurusha Samastaya. Have a human birth. Second point, the longing for liberation. And third is the discipleship of a illumined teacher. Huh? Manushyatta, human body. Mumukshatta, desire for liberation. And Mahapurusha Samastaya, taking refuge at the feet of a holy man. When these three come, the longing for liberation, when there comes the longing for liberation, when an aspirant becomes thirsty for God vision, the field is ready for sowing the seed, and he receives the grace of the Guru. When a man sincerely and artlessly seeks spiritual life, the transmitter of the spiritual power must come. Then comes the perfect union, and that leads to the bhakti, the supreme end result of bhakti can be attained. So here is the end of today's reading, and next day we'll read the verse number 41, which will talk that by God's grace only we can get holy company. That was the verse we read. Next, they will read that God's grace and God's devotee, they are not separate. God and God's devotees are not separate. Who are God's devotees? These gurus who have realized the truth. So that's why I said your love for your guru will lead you to love God. Okay, next day we'll read verse number 41, which says, Tasmin tajjane bhedo abhavat. Tasmin means God, and tajjane, his people, that means the devotees. Bheda means separation. There is no separation. God and God's children, they are not separate. The God's spirit is there in them. Okay? Thank you. So we'll have some question answer. If you have any question. Anyone have question? One question. Okay. Does Guru mean the one who gives mantra only, or the one who every day guides us how to practice spiritual life? Actually, Guru is God. His question is, who gave you mantra? He is the Guru. Or who is guiding you every day in your spiritual life? Who is Guru? Yeah. Therefore, actually, Guru is God. And God comes in our life in different ways. Your initiation Guru is normally considered your Guru. He has given the key to realization. That key to realization means mantra. How you meditate, where you meditate, where you think of Guru, where you think of Ishta, your chosen ideal, what mantra will you practice, no? How to count your fingers, how to count on the beads, japa, rosary, no? All these things. Yes, that's why he is the Guru. But the point is that others, they are called Upagurus. Upagurus means we learn from so many people. But God comes in our life through others, other gurus, other teachers, and teaches us. But that does not replace your own guru. Your guru is your guru. But in the life, in the spiritual life, many other holy people may come in life and guides you. Teaches, removes your doubts and confusions. Yes, they are upoguru. That means they are like guru. But they are coming, don't think that they are anyone, neither your guru or anyone. It is only God's grace is coming, how it is coming in your life. But your mantra, your guru, what you have given, that is the final. You cannot change that. You cannot think of anything to make any substitute or anything. Your guru cannot be substituted. Mantra has been given. That's why in our tradition, we normally say that keep your mantra, guru. But others are upagurus. And they are God. And who comes as upaguru? God comes. God teaches us. God wants to teach in this way. Or we can say guru comes in different form. That also. But people sometimes get confused. And they think that probably what my guru has given is not right. Oh, this is good. Don't do that. What your guru has given, that's your. But you take others' advice also to nurture them. So it is additional, but primary is your teaching of what Guru's mantra and Guru's practice. So we think that it is God's grace. That's all. Guru is also God's grace. God comes in the form of your Guru in the life. And Guru's teachings are God's teachings. That's why it is said, don't look upon your Guru as a human being. Human Guru is a human person. As in Krishna. Krishna is the man Krishna, or Krishna the Lord of the universe Krishna. Christ, the man who is crucified like man Christ, or Christ the Lord of the universe. Lord of the universe cannot be crucified. That's why. But the Lord comes into our life primarily through the Guru channel. Channel is Guru. And also through other upagurus, other gurus. Okay? So that means we have to be open our heart to receive what nurtures our spirituality. We have in spirituality how it can be nurtured and so that the plant grows brightly. Another question, can we be initiated if we are far away from a guru or a Swami? That's the point. Yes, initiation is a very private thing. It is very important and very sacred. So that normally, gurus normally you need to come to be together. So the far distance it can be done, but normally not. Because it is, as I said, it is sacred and secret. Therefore, it is better when opportunity opens, we can go to the teacher or the teacher is visiting somewhere, you can meet there and then get it. And then it is in the shrine and special time, auspicious time, we do all this. Therefore, it is Guru may be far away, but you can contact who you think are your Guru, and they can give you some preliminary guidance for your initiation. It may be starting point may be somewhere, and when you meet together, then Guru can give you the full-fledged initiation. So, yes, from a distance, normally mantra is not given from a distance, then it becomes, that is not the tradition. It can be given, but not the tradition. It should be, uh, it's Guru should give the mantra in your ear. You may say about phone, I am in my ear. That's true, maybe, but it is more than that. They are better to be in the presence of the person. Two people should be present. Student and the teacher should be present together, and that in a holy atmosphere, in a temple or in a shrine, these are done. And there are so many paraphernalia which can be easily taught when the initiation goes on. But anyway, from a distance also, it can be done this way. You can contact your teacher or would-be teacher, and then talk to him or her, and he can guide you for the preliminary practice. And when opportunity comes, then better you take in a together, be together when you can be together. Okay, thank you all.
Thank you.
So we end here, and we'll meet again at 7:30 for our Nectar of Supreme Knowledge class. And uh, and next month probably we'll start our new book, Shanti Gita. February. That will be in the February. So Om Shanti 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 Hari Om Tat Sat Sri Ram Krishna Arpanamastu. Jai Ma. Yes, no, I told that. I told already that not nectar will be today.
Not for this class.